Welcome to DTV. I'm joined by Dave Misson in the lead up to the round 16 clash against Fremantle. Thanks for joining us, Dave. Just before we start this week's injury list, I hear you've got a new fan.
Yeah, I just want to say a big hello to Jack, who was in last week. Jack's from Traralgon. He was in with the Starlight Foundation last week, and he's an avid follower of the injury report. So I promised him that I'd say g'day to him. So g'day, Jack. Keep watching, mate. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have a few less to talk about this week, but there's still a few guys who are on the injury list and have joined. But first of all, we'll start off with some positive news with the return of Green and Davey in the VFL.
Yeah, both played significant roles in Casey's great win over Port Melbourne, particularly Greenie, kicked 5 goals in the second half. So they both came through, unscathed, pulled up really well. So, I would think they'd probably be pushing for selection possibly.
3 of the big men, Jamar, Salah and McDonald, are all tests this week. How are they going?
Yeah, all trained really strongly yesterday. Tommy McDonald, it's sort of in the hands of the doctor, I suppose, but look, he's has no soreness and, his blood sats are really good. So look, we'd expect all of them to be pushing for selection.
Josh Tynan, he had concussion in the VFL.
Yeah, just had some delayed symptoms after the previous week's game. He was touch and go, but, look, a young kid who's really important to our future. We didn't want to put him at risk, and the doc made a call there. So, again, he trained really strongly yesterday, so we'd expect him to play this week.
Some really good news developing in the VFL with Michael Evans a chance to return, play his first game of any sorts this year.
Yeah, Evo's had some back stress fractures all year. He's trained really strongly, I suppose, the last 6 weeks. And will probably play VFL 2s this week, but potentially, he may play for Casey 1s. But again, trained strongly yesterday, but needs to get through the next couple of sessions, but we expect him to play.
Josh Sheen's got a bit of an ankle problem. How's he?
Yeah, look, sort of badly sprained his ankle a couple of weeks ago. Again, being a young fella, we'll probably wait till after the VFL bye next week to get him back on the track.
Yeah. And just an update on the long-termers, Clint Bartram, Max Gawn, Rory Taggart and Mitch Clark.
Yeah, look, Gawny's training the house down, going really well with both his running and his weight sessions. Barty's working really hard off legs. Mitch sort of gets his staples out today, sees the surgeon this week. Things are going well. I think he's just bored more than anything, sitting on the couch. And Tags again, really important to the future of the club. So we're not going to push him at all. He'd look to run in a couple of weeks.
Well, thanks for joining us, Dave, and good luck for this week.
No worries. Thanks, Bergs.